Hey everybody, welcome to a live edition of One Question, One Answer. We have a pretty good question this morning. We have an interesting topic. This is also going to be sent out through the Ben Thinking newsletter a little bit later this morning, along with the article that we're going to be referencing. But we are here 1 year after the Ice Bucket Challenge, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. So we're a little drier this year, as most people are, but it was still a very relevant topic because the question is, did it work? And there's an article, like I mentioned, that we're going to link to a little bit later this morning, but I hit some of the highlights. They actually raised $220 million last year. $115 million of that was in August due to the Ice Bucket Challenge. That is an increase of 4,100%. That's 4,100%. They raised $2.8 million in 2013 over the same period. So pretty impressive. My question this morning, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves so we can do well on time here. But the question to you guys is, 1 year later, did the Ice Bucket Challenge work? What are your thoughts? Kelly McGrath.
I think it did. As Ben said, Kelly McGrath, account director here at IKEA, I think it definitely worked. And I think they had one key ingredient, which was simplicity. Ice, water, and a bucket. They reached tons and tons of people. So I don't think it can get any better than that. So I definitely think it worked.
Yeah.
Kelly O.
I'm Kelly O'Brien, also an account director. One of the things I was thinking about was taking that simplicity and what's that mean for year two. So year two, the brand itself, the organization actually was involved in taking the leadership to push it forward. And one of the articles I read was, they said, what do we have to lose? You know, let's give it a shot. And I think that's a great lesson for brands in taking a risk. There's always the curse of when we want something to go viral, then does it actually go? But I think it's brave to take a risk. And the disease and any causes need brave people behind it.
That's right.
Definitely.
Ryan Collins.
So my name's Ryan Collins, Social Media Program Manager here at IKEA, and as Ben mentioned, this program raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and I mean, talk about ROI, right? So when it comes to social media, everyone's always saying, well, what can we do with social? What kinds of sales might I be able to make? So here's a nonprofit campaign that raised so much money, and it was really exciting to see. The thing is, for a lot of brands, is they've tried to replicate similar success with viral videos and other types of viral campaigns, and they're always asking, well, how can we go viral? And unfortunately, the question is that you really can't. You have to go with whatever works for you and hope for the best, because when it comes to social, you can't make anyone do anything.
That's right.
I want to say real quick too, I think what was also important to this campaign was the education and awareness that it brought. Maybe people heard of ALS but weren't really sure what it was, so I think because of the medium of social media, because of the simplicity, because of the disease, now everyone has learned a little more from this campaign.
That's right.
Okay. I'm Jan Gusich, CEO, and one of the things that the article pointed out was that they questioned whether it was valuable to let people feel like they were doing so much when they were actually doing so little. But to me, that was what the whole point about it was, you know, some of these problems are bigger than one person, and to be able to bring the whole group together and the power of, you know, of everybody coming together towards one cause. One of the most emotional points in the whole campaign was that young man who was in his early 20s with ALS, and I just keep thinking, you know, what he's feeling on a 1 year after, now that they're talking about all these advances they're making on a disease that could kill him in a few short years. And I'm sure he's very grateful for all the participation and what everybody did. And I, for one, am very excited to announce that we're going to go ahead and reaffirm our commitment and double our donation to ALS that we did last year, and encourage all of our friends and acquaintances to do it as well. We personally have a friend who died of ALS just last year named Margaret Welch, and Margaret, this donation is in your honor, and we're very pleased to do it.
Yeah, so there you have it. Great answers, great responses, and I think as you'll see in the article in the Ben Thinking newsletter, and I'll also tweet it out for those of you that don't see, it was in the Washington Post, and the proof is actually in the research that yes, it did make a difference, because the scientists and the doctors that they interviewed claimed that the money that went into the research allowed them to make huge advancements that they would not have made. And the article says it much better than I will, because I don't speak that language, but the research is phenomenal, and it's definitely worth the read. So the power of marketing and the power of science too. So until next time, thanks for watching live, One Question, One Answer, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.